It's Spooky Show. I'm your host, Vamp, and joining me today is my friend, Mr. Norman Reedus.
What's up?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. And all things considered, how the hell are you?
You know, I mean, I'm good. I'm about to go back to work, back to Georgia. A little nervous, but excited at the same time, you know.
It's definitely a weird world that we're living in. And I mean, you do a zombie apocalypse show, so it's kind of like you're just continuing normal life when the show's done, right?
Kind of. I know they're going to change, you know, things that we do on the show going back that, you know, like the kills and stuff like that. And I usually have a zombie in my face, breathing in my face. That probably won't happen now.
6 feet away.
Yeah.
Social distancing zombies.
I'll be shooting a lot of arrows with that crossbow.
Which is fine. I mean, you know what? It's a crazy world, but one thing I do have to say is how people have adapted and how like the fact that you're even going back to work is pretty amazing, that they're adapting and making sure that people are safe. It's going to be weird, but I mean, at least you have the option, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, what's crazy is I've never had a break in almost 12 years now, like at all. I do Daryl Dixon, and then I have a tiny break where I shoot Ride, and then I go back to Daryl Dixon. This is the longest time that I've had not playing that character. So I hope I remember what Daryl's about.
How to do it.
Yeah. So I'll be listening to a lot of the locals speak and, you know.
Getting back into it.
Yeah.
And you know what, I know you're always busy, and the funny thing is I see you more often not at home. Like I see you in other places in the world, and it's the convention circuit. Yeah. So like between filming the shows and then when you do have time off, you're somewhere in the world talking about the things you've been filming.
I haven't done one of those in forever.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Crazy.
I feel like the last time I saw you was, I don't even remember, sometime last year before this all happened. And it was at a convention somewhere in the world. I don't even remember where. Yeah,
I mean, we talk more about honey now than we talk about anything else. Yeah.
I am Norman's honey dealer. It's like a drug dealer, but not as intense, just
it's
honey.
Really good.
It's kind of like drugs, right? I mean, like...
I'm addicted.
Yeah. Every time you're out of honey, I get a text like, hey, you got any more honey?
It's, you know, and I'm a honey freak. Like I try a lot of different honeys. Her honey's the best honey.
Is it really? I was going to ask you, as a honey really connoisseur, I rate high in the...
Way high.
Way high?
Yeah.
That is an honor. Thank you very much. I'm going to let my bees know. Actually, I don't do any of the work. I just make sure they have a nice home and they do all the work.
This is how I get free honey. You know what I mean?
He just says nice things about my bees, and then the honey continues to come. So we're going to hang out, chit chat, share some spooky stories. And if you're up for it later, play some rounds of What's in the Coffin.
Yikes.
Which I promise no alive things, but that's all I promise.
No bees.
There's no bees alive or dead. There's no critters alive or dead. So that will come later. But I guess before we kind of get into it, I want to know from you, what would you rate your interest in all things spooky on a scale of 1 to 10? Like 1 being no way in hell, 5, I like scary movies, and 10, I want to live in a haunted house or be abducted by aliens.
Maybe 9.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty up there. I've had some haunted ghosty stories before, and I don't really want to live in a house full of that. But when they happen, they're very exciting, and then they make for a lot of good stories afterwards. Yeah.
I would say I'm a 9 too, because again, I'm with you on that. I don't want to live in a haunted house. I love sleep. And if something's going to wake me up at 3 a.m. and I can't see what it is, I'm going to be real pissed off. So
I go into like trying to reason with them and become friends with them.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
I get it, you know, and I've done things like leave alcohol out for them and
I was like a little Santa treat.
Them. Yeah, I'll tell you probably in a story in a minute, but yeah, you know.
I'm the same. We're right on the same path. I would probably say I'm a 9 too, because I'm super into it. I don't necessarily do you want to be abducted by aliens? If you had the option, would you?
Right now in the world that we're living in now, yeah, probably.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But just in general, like say it wasn't a global pandemic and you're just hanging out in your house and the aliens are like, hey, you want to
Is there probing involved?
I can't say because I'm not an alien. So on a previous episode, me and my girlfriends established that we have rules. So my answer is yes, because I'm not going to say no to alien abduction because you don't, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, but no probing.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't want to
no.
be a science experiment.
Yeah, I don't wanna-
But do I want to like be taken up in the spaceship and like see
like,
some shit? Yeah,
do some rounds?
for sure.
Okay. So just know, aliens, if you're listening, we're down. Just no anal probe. No probing in general.
Yeah,
Just
don't make
know-
me uncomfortable.
Don't put
Yeah.
anything in our bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start off with your first, because I feel like people that are into this stuff, this all stems back from childhood.
Okay.
And so do you remember your very first Halloween memory?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's horrible.
Was it really?
Yeah, it involved. It was like one of those petting zoo type of Halloween situations, and I was the Frito Bandito, which was a thing back then.
I love
Involving,
Fritos.
yeah, they were, and it was like I don't know, it was a marketing tool for Fritos, but
It was a little guy in the pack. He's not on the package anymore because I feel like
he had
it's
like
not-
he had like a patch,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had like a
I remember.
sombrero and a